Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about a major change that could be coming in mental health diagnosis. And this is an article in USA Today. I will put a link in the description for the video so you can read the article for yourself. And here it is. Amanda Miller was 30 and pregnant with her second child in Hershey, Pennsylvania, when she developed depression. After giving birth, her depression worsened. It was joined by a slew of unexplained health problems. Ms. Miller, a neuroscientist, said she saw several psychiatrists and got prescriptions for drug after drug after drug. Over 2 years, she tried 4 antidepressants and 2 antipsychotics. None of it helped until her primary doctor noticed high levels of an autoimmune marker in her blood. A specialist that then ran, quote, every test in the book. Eventually, she was diagnosed with the autoimmune disease lupus and prescribed an inflammation-lowering steroid. Some of her symptoms let up within hours. Her depression subsided not long after. I was convinced it was a placebo effect, but then it kept working. Had inflammation been contributing to her mental health problems all along? Miller thinks so. Although she can't know for sure, her psychiatrist never raised that possibility, she said. The American Psychiatric Association, in a January paper, included ideas for how it might incorporate biomarkers, biological indicators of mental illness that could show up on diagnostic tests into future versions of Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, the DSM. Sometimes called the Psychiatrist's Bible because of its influence in the field, provides criteria for diagnosis. Adding biomarkers to the DSM could be a very big deal. Currently, this is an interesting part here. Currently, prescribing psychiatric medications can be a, quote, bit of a crapshoot, with clinicians unable to predict whether they will work for a particular patient. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've heard this before and I've seen this happen, right? First of all, sometimes the medications don't always have the same benefit for every patient. Additionally, the medication might start working and then it stops working. So I think the way they describe it as a bit of a crapshoot is probably pretty accurate. It's not an exact science. And so I appreciate them sharing that. I know, the folks that we know in the behavioral health space, I mean, it's not for lack of trying, I can promise you. And so just because a medication is prescribed to you and you don't feel better, doesn't mean to say the doctor didn't know what him or her knew what they were doing. It's just not an exact science. I think what this article is trying to say, in a roundabout way, is sometimes the reason somebody's depressed is not because they're having a mental health issue. It's because there's a physical issue going on inside their body. And I think this is what was going on with this poor lady who was suffering for 2 years with depression. She wasn't having sort of a mental health issue. She was having a physical issue, right? She was ill. Her body was sick. She had lupus. And I think this brings up an interesting point. And I think what they're saying is, listen, you can't, I mean, even though the DSM is the psychiatrist's Bible, we need to amend it. We need to say, listen, you need to check see, there's a medical cause here, right? It's not just, they're having a mental health issue up here. So really interesting article. I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Perhaps you've had some experience with this. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I mean, one of the things that we constantly try to do, even though we're not clinicians, is to learn more about this, all right, about this disease, because it's, every case is different. The facts are different. Every family is different. What they've tried is different. What's worked is different. What hasn't worked is different. And so understanding some of the things that may be going on inside the family, raising that issue. Hey, have you been tested for lupus? Have you been to see your GP and been tested for different things, right? I mean, maybe there's a problem here. I know when I don't feel well, and I mean physically, like for instance, the last month, I think I spent two of the last 4 weeks sick. I finally went to my doctor. He took my blood. Why? Because the blood result, the test can tell him if there's something going on inside of my body that I don't know about. I mean, I know that the time of year I made this video, there's a lot of colds going on, but I've been sick, and not only have I been sick, I've been so tired. I mean, I'm 59 years of age. My wife's like, either you got old really quickly or there's something wrong. Go and see your doctor and get checked out. And I think this is a really big step. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say. Maybe you've experienced this. If there's something that's going on in your family and I haven't made a video about it, let me know. I make these videos so you can get the information you need. And if you're having an issue in your family, I'm willing to bet there's another family out there, probably many families out there, having the same issue. And it's important we share this information. So I appreciate you tuning in. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. If you want more of it, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.